Day 4 of walking the Wicklow Way. It could be the last day, all going the plan. It's still a long 30 odd kilometre day. I've started, just parked the car there where we finished on the third day, Loch Tay car park, little coffee shop there. It's just setting up there everyone because it's early, it's a 8:30ish start. It's the earliest start I've had on the Wicklow Way. So the plan is to get to Marlay Park, where I hope we picked up today. I was a bit short on lifts, so I'm hoping somebody's available or I'm stuck. And yeah, so the first day, I think I said earlier, I was probably about 10 or 20% familiar with the track and the trail. The second day was something similar, because I've been down these parts of the woods before, and different loop walks that travel with the Wicklow Way from time to time. So the third day was probably a little bit more familiar. But today, I don't know whether there's going to be anything new for me today, because I think because it's so close to Dublin, and I live in Dublin, I'm going to be so familiar with the trail today, but I don't care, I'm going to enjoy it anyway. It is spectacular nonetheless. It's a lovely day, overcast, not cold at all, probably about 15 degrees, and some would say it's perfect for walking weather. So that's, I pronounce it Lagula Mountain. I've heard it being pronounced differently. It's over that far side there, and Loch Tay is the lake below it. You can't see it, I'll show you later on. Often called, nicknamed the Guinness Lake, because it's a sandy beach at one end. It looks like the head of a pint of Guinness. Anyway, I'm rambling and I'm enjoying myself. See you in a bit. So that's the Loch Tay lake I was talking about, and there's the sandy beach at the top, and hence the nickname the Guinness Lake. And the mountain across is saying, I call it Laguna. I've been calling it that a long time, I'm not going to change now, but I have heard it pronounced differently. Like and so on. So I stopped here to show you this. So it's a memorial stone to JB Malone. JB Malone was a keen walker. I'm going to say back in the 60s, probably before that as well. I've seen footage of him walking. RTE done some sort of programme. It was in black and white, so there you are, it's gone back a while. But he was the man who came up with the idea of Ireland's first waymark trail being the Wicklow Way. So it's the first, one of the longest at 130 kilometres. And it's all down to that man, so we owe it all to him. And since then there's probably 40-ish. It's a constant work in progress. Waymark trails across the country. Every county wants their own now, which is fantastic for people like me. Okay, so I was saying earlier on, it is a bit overcast, and, but I wanted to try and show you that anyway. That's, you're looking east there towards Wales, and in between the coastline there and ourselves is Vartry Reservoir. So that was, the Vartry River was dammed during the late 19th century, because Dublin never expanding at the time, population was growing, and they needed more fresh supply of running water. So the population today is probably, I'm going to say 2 million. I think anybody who lives in Dublin at the minute will tell you, every time you leave the house, it just seems to be chock-a-block, really. It's just no matter where you go today, it's definitely a whole lot different than when I was growing up anyway. You know, even down to the volume of cars, it's unbelievable. It puts me off driving. I don't like driving anymore because I hate sitting in traffic. It's not something I can do easily. So anyway, that's just the way things are going. It is what it is. So we were on the trail heading towards Joust Mountain. The visibility, as you can see, is, well, we're walking in the clouds basically. So I'm glad we didn't go over Joust. I'm glad the trail actually takes a right and goes around, skirts around the side of the mountain. And because, well, it's steep-ish, but because there's no visibility. So I've done in the past all 32 county high points in Ireland, and Yeah, so some of them on the day the visibility was nil, and I kind of thought about, well, what's the point really, you know, because I'm all about the view. I love the views, especially at the top of a mountain. So Sleeve 5, for example, County Louth, the wee County Louth, is their high point, and I went up there on a really bad day. It was fairly horrendous, and it's not a forgiving mountain. It can be dangerous, you know, in bad weather. So anyway, I got to the top because there's a trig station there, and no photographs. So it was annoying me, and a day presented itself where I went back and the sun was shining and the whole lot, and the visibility was perfect and the view was outstanding. It's spectacular. I'd say one of the, even though it's only 500 and something metres tall, it's not particularly tall, but you can see the Mourns across the loch. You can see the coulees themselves, of course, and see Gullion in Armagh. So absolutely spectacular. The difference, so in Ireland, the weather-wise, the window of opportunity is not great. So we have hard enough winters, short enough days. So we're dependent on several months of the summer time to bag the peaks, really, if you want to see, if you want to get the view. Today, not much view, so I'm glad we're going this way. I hope by the time we get into Powerscourt, because that's spectacular, that this cloud will have shifted and lifted. It's still kind of early in the morning, so hopefully see a bit. That's a beautiful section of the Wicklow Way. You drop down the far side, there's a bridge over the river. It's a great place for camping, swimming. If you're doing wild camping, it's perfect. A lot of people use that. And it's just a bit of an incline now, so it's hard enough on the knees. We're not finished yet. I was saying earlier on, the cloud cover coming over Jouse. We're dropping into Powerscourt now. This is stunning, spectacular, and thankfully the sun is making an appearance, and that's the Sugarloaf in the background there. So here we go. We're just leaving the area of the Powerscourt waterfall, walking through Crone Woods, and just if you are looking to leave the trail and drop down into the there's a car park there with a coffee shop, and you can get a bite to eat. I think they do burgers. The last time I was there, however, they say they don't have internet because, in fairness, they are surrounded by higher ground. So your card or your phone, you'll have no reception. So if you are looking to get something there, food wise or refreshment wise, whatever, bring cash. We've just left Crone Woods. There's a car park there for walkers. There was a coffee shop there, a van, a mobile van there the last couple of times I was there, but not there today, so maybe, I don't know, don't do Wednesdays or something. But we're on to a Boreen now. It's the first time being road walking all morning. I don't know what kilometres we're on because maybe it's down to lack of signal. The app that I was using is telling me I'm on 20 odd kilometres. Now I'd have to stop and take the map out and just maybe we'll get a place presents itself later on where I can sit down, maybe take the map out. I'll take the time. But for the moment anyway, we're just going to walk along this road and see where we go. Okay? I've no sandwiches with me today. I came in from work last night and wasn't feeling tired, so probably looking forward to the day. It's excited maybe. So I decided to cook something instead, and I picked up earlier on today turkey breast, and so I diced it up. I like to prepare the food first, you know, before I throw it on. And got mushrooms and yellow peppers and red peppers and garlic, cloves, and chopped up an onion, scallions, type of stuff, right? So anyway, threw on the turkey breast, cooking away, came back in at it again and started adding on the vegetables. And I like chili flakes, so a bit of that. But yeah, left the room for a minute, that's all, and I came back. There's a whole load of seasoning, several different jars of seasoning covering my dish in the wok. So who's after doing that? And Sonia says, yeah, I just added on what I thought I'd like. So I've no idea what it's going to taste like. It may as well be Sonia's dish. It's her spices. But anyway, feeling a bit hungry and looking forward to stopping and having that later on today. This is a part of the fourth day that I'm not familiar with. I thought I would have known it all from start to finish, but this is very pleasant. Although you probably wouldn't want to walk through there. It's tough going, and yeah, probably full of little nasties like midgets and what's them other things, ticks. I think they like to live in the likes of them bracken ferns. Yeah, so best stick to the path. So I'm just after passing 4 ladies out for a walk. I'm going to suggest that they're in their 70s, and I'm thinking, isn't that fantastic? You know, to be still able to do that. I'm 60 this year, and I'm mindful, I think, that I may not always be able to do it. Look, not ramming anything down anybody's throat, but when you like this type of activity, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Each their own. Tons of different sporting people participate in all sorts of things and whatever, and that's great, but I like this. The problem may be that someday you're not able to get out. So looking at the 4 ladies there, I'm going to, as I say, suggest they're retired ladies and a little bit older than myself and still well able to get out, and you're chatting away to each other there. It was great to see. So it fills me, I suppose, with a sense of appreciation that I'm out myself still, and a sense of gratitude. Yeah, and I hope to be their age still doing this type of stuff going forward. dropping down off Prince William's Seat, and we're going through a forest now, so the views are gone again. But I was just thinking there for a while, we had mostly views east, southeast even, so Wicklow, Arklow, and as we came along, made progress, you could see then Dalkey, Killiney, Braid and Leary, and then not in that order, but and then I could see Howth in the distance, and between Howth and myself is the twin Chimblies, the red and white Chimblies in Dublin Bay. So they provided electricity for the Dubliners for a long time, burning fossil fuels. We're obviously moving away from that now, and they're now redundant, they're being replaced. Once they were decommissioned, they were about to knock them down, and there was murder. Dubliners said no, not doing that. They mean too much sentimentally, because, you know, if you're ever away, whether it be a holiday or whatever, you're coming back, so by ferry or into Dublin Airport by plane, they're almost the first thing you see, the towers, the chimneys, and yeah, you always get a sense of coming home. So the lads under the tree are on a smoke break. That's what he said, I mean. It started to rain, and I was so reluctant to stop and put on the wet jacket. I have the wet trousers as well with me today, because it's Ireland. Some contrast from when we started earlier on. We're stopped raining, of course. I'm not taking it off. So that last stretch is road. It's a kilometre anyway, so that you need to be very careful along there. I'm actually surprised it brings you that way. There's not a lot of traffic, but it's a decent road, as in they can pick up a bit of speed. Yeah, something to be mindful of again. So it's have to. And I've been looking forward to this since this morning. This is where the Dublin Mountains Way meets the Wicklow Way. Dublin Mountains Way goes that way. They travel together for a little bit up here and then to the right, and they park up me again there near Fairley Castle. So I won't lie, I'm feeling it today. I don't know whether it's the heat. It's hard on the legs, huh? Struggled a bit there. I ran out of water in my platypus, but I have the emergency water, which I'm tipping into now. But this is probably the last climb as such, you know, other than a couple of small hills in through forests and all. The bulk of the climbing is done, so just take a little breather here and then be on the way. So back on track again. Just sat down there for a while to eat the meal I prepared last night. I don't really know what to call it, because I don't know quite what went into it, other than the turkey and the vegetables. It was lovely anyway. So yeah, 3 reasons. Nice height here, and you get a bit of a breeze which keeps the flies away while you're enjoying your meal. You have the views. Yeah. And oh yeah, I was hungry as well, so 3 good reasons to stop and have a meal. So this is where we part company with the Dublin Mountains Way. That goes that way, and the boat went that way together for a short while, and I'm going that way towards Marlay Park. If you go on the Dublin Mountains Way, you'll come to Fairy Castle Rock. It's about 500 and something metres. It's a nice little walk, especially being so close to Dublin. Young families, you do obviously up there. All sitting around on top of a 5,000-year-old Neolithic tomb. Probably most of them don't realise what they're sitting on. If it was anywhere else in the world, there'd probably be a visitor centre there. And yeah, but it does be funny sometimes seeing them all sitting around on the tomb. You know, no, to most people it just looks like a pile of stones. So bye bye Dublin Mountains Way. I've done it before. It's 40 something. It's a little bit more than a marathon, I recall. And it's up and down like the Wicklow Way. Not quite the elevations. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. The mask, RT mask on top of Capure. Capure is the Dublin Mountains highest point. And Lugnan Quillaby and Wicklow, as we've seen that earlier on in the videos. Video 3, 2, whatever. Yeah, so you can walk from, it starts or ends, it's a linear walk, in Tallaght. And you could walk as far as, not too far from here, it'll drop down from Fairy Castle, it'll drop down into Glencullen where Johnny Fox's pub is, and you get a bite to eat and a pint, a lovely pint. And wait for the bus, or while you're waiting on your bus you can have a pint. And maybe the next day, so you do it over 2 days rather than 1 day, because it's just a bit long for 1 day. Depending how fit you are, of course, and what you're looking for. But I think that's how I done it anyway. There's local bus links and so on, and you'd even get a taxi from there, right? And the city, you're not going to be able to see that. It's just coming into view. So, coming out of the car park to the show, and that's it really. It's a road all the way back to Marlay Park. Getting there. So I made it to Marlay Park. So I'll end the video here. Unfortunately I can't get to the actual known start-finish position because there's a concert on, and half the park seems to be fenced off. You see that over there. That happens regular here in Marlay Park. I don't know who's playing, but I could see there's a wall, and there's a gap in the wall where you walk through traditionally to start or finish. Couldn't get to it. It's closed off. So yeah, so it's been a fantastic journey. I'm waiting now on me lift, and yeah, just to say thanks to those guys, because well, without that support I wouldn't have been able to do it. Certainly not in 4 days anyway. And yeah, I'd also like to say thanks to anybody who has watched the videos and came along for the journey. It's much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.